Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. Happy Mother's Day. For the people who are joining for the first time, this is not a political poll. This is a spiritual poll. We are a group of like-minded people who come together every Sunday to raise the vibration. And I like to think of us these days. I like to think of us on this web of creation, where we're each on a strand, but what our thoughts and what we do vibrate on that strand, and it affects the other side of the web of creation. And I like to imagine this web of creation as two-dimensional, and then it shape-shifts into 3 and 4 and 5. As we raise our vibration, we get to reflect. We get to vibrate in other realms and touch other beings, aspects. But for now, we're just vibrating on this web. So today what I want to talk about, because it's Mother's Day, so I want to talk a little bit about mothers. And the way I have this set up, I mean, because they're, and I'm feeling, I feel a little bit of the pushback, because some people had good mothers, some people had not so good mothers. And as we're on this vibrational web, we want to stay in the higher vibrational realm. We don't want to fall into that lower. That is maybe more of an acceptance, a forgiveness, and then we move on. We get to choose to move on to a higher vibration. So let's stay in the higher vibration of how to comfort and care on this web of this web of creation. Okay. We have Mother Earth, and I'm using the, hang on, I got to get the name of it, Sacred Earth Oracle, Aboriginal Oracle, Angels and Ancestors. This is Mother Earth, Father Sky, and then I just did one for mothers. Physical mothers, the people who mothered us, maybe they were grandmothers, aunts, the mother figure in our life. And then I have the Galactic Heritage deck. Let's see what the Galactics want to say about this Earthly Mother Day. So, Mother Earth, Father Sky, because they have a say in this too. And then our physical mother type, whoever that is. All right, let's go to Mother Earth. Magnetism. So thank you, Mother Earth, for gravity, for the magnetism. And when I flip over the cards, your image, what you get from your intuitive hit that you get from these cards is super important, more important than what I'm getting for myself from these images. You're tweaking it for your reality. But this magnetism card, let me put it right here so you all can see. This magnetism card, it feels like, when I first flipped it over, I said, okay, so we have a magnet that will attract, and then if you flip it around, it'll repel. So there's two sides to this magnetism. And then when I look at the card, I go, that's a bird. It looks like a phoenix rising. I don't see any ashes. It's just a phoenix going up into sun, into creation. And then I see this, and I see oceans in the sky. I go, well, that doesn't make sense. So it feels like to me, if I get quiet in this card, that what Mother Earth is saying to us is that with all of the earth changes that will be happening, that are happening, they're for a rebirth, for this phoenix rising. The world may seem upside down. It may seem like she is repelling, but it's for a birth, for a new way of this phoenix rising. And then it can also be just the magnetism that she's asking us. Sit on the ground. Don't sit on a plastic rubberized mat. Don't have tennis shoes. Take your feet, put them on the ground, bare feet. Really touch the ground. Feel the magnetism of Mother Earth. Be outside. Scoop up some dirt in your hand and let it sift. And imagine those worlds sifting through your fingers. We have no idea of what lives on a little speck of sand. We may look at it in a microscope, but really, do we know? Maybe not. Second card. Okay. Do we know what's on a little speck of sand? Perspective. What we see is maybe not reality. This is a beautiful card. We have, it looks like an angel. She's giving birth to a galaxy, stars, and in her hand, she's holding a globe that may appear like Earth, but it's more watery, it looks like. What is your perspective of Earth? It's a lot bigger than what we see. And on this, I just got an image of us on this web of creation. What we do to the earth affects something else. And we're not aware of that perspective. Okay. Connection. These cards are kind of falling right in line. The connection. Here I am thinking of terra firma. I'm thinking of ground. Sit on the earth. Put your hand in the soil. And my perspective didn't include water, which is shocking for me because I'm a water guy. I would think of water first in many situations. So it's a shift of perspective, shift of life in other realms. The starfish, the kelp beds, the invertebrates with the scallop shells, the connectivity of water to everything on the planet. The message of Mother Earth. The message of Father Sky on this Mother's Day. Father Sky says victory. Okay. I don't know what that means, Father Sky. Does that mean that it's a victory for seahorses, male seahorses, to give birth? Is it a sign that our new perspective is the right way to look at it, that this phoenix rising is going to give us victory? Father Sky is also saying reflection. We are a reflection of what it means to be a mother. It's just a perspective. Who says Father Sky can't be a mother? It's just a perspective. Return to country. Father Sky, return to country. When we return to country, going back to a simpler way, it feels like on this path. And it feels like a simpler time, more and a less evolved time. The footprints only have 3 toes. Less evolved time. Let's get some clarification on this. And just because you're evolved doesn't mean that it's like better. Oh, yeah, it does not. Balance. Return to country, return to balance. I was talking with my wife the other day about foods and how we are destroying our planet with factory farming. And one of the books I was reading about Lemuria was talking about how they ate, and it was all fruits and vegetables that they could pick off of a plant. So they didn't destroy the plant. They just took part of it. And I think that that's where we're going to end up, with more of a balance. And it's more, and that's just one thing. Our foods, our transportation, everything needs to go back to a simpler time, into balance. And I keep being drawn towards that perspective card. It's just what we can't go backwards. Well, yeah, we can. It's just our perspective on it. All right, let's talk about our motherly figures in our lives. Whether it be a real mother, a grandmother, an aunt, somebody who gave us comfort, shelter, who put us on a path and showed us the best way that they could of how to be and how to live. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Love this. So when my mother passed, I didn't sense her. I didn't feel her around for a long, long time. And in my evolution of this journey that I'm on now, this metaphysical journey, I had people telling me, oh, your mother's around, more than one. And I sense her more and more. I smell her perfume. I just know she's around. And it's a balance that we get to use, body, mind, spirit, to access your guardian angels. So your caregiver in your life, whoever that was, is saying you're not alone and you can access us in spirit. Yep. Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. The shapeshifter, if we get out of our 3D bodies and we go into our mind's eye and we get quiet to listen to the feather fall through space, and we hear the feather falling, that shape-shifting image, we can access that comfort again. And that comfort is saying, let's go. Time to unveil your gifts. Time to transform and unveil your gifts. There's something new coming. And it may be a little challenging, but stand your ground. Be who we are in this time, in this place. Oh, look at this. So that mountain looks like it's a reflection. And at the top of the mountain looks kind of cold and not as colorful as the base of the mountain, as the roots of it. And then we have the reflection card here. So this stand your ground card is reminding me that whoever this mother figure was, created a great, rich base for you. This almost feels like roots, although it's a mirror reflection of. And we just need to shapeshift and get into that space and hear the messages, hear the feather fall. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what the ET, the Galactic Heritage deck, what do they have to say about our ET mothers? Okay, mirror reflection, mirror reflection, except this is the base. So what they're saying is that your roots are just as vibrant as that up there. The mirror reflection. This is also saying to me, just thinking ET things, is that for me, I perceive my perspective of ET mothers. They're blue, they're green, they're tall, they got spindly fingers. They're not like me. No, they're saying in this reading, no, we are just like you. We have this magnetism, this connectivity, connection, but it's the perspective. So maybe they're just like us as in a mirror reflection, as caring, loving, supporting, all the higher vibrational aspects that they have conquered, that they have managed. And that's in future. So yay. So it's coming, but they're just like us, this motherly figure. And they're way showing. Again, in the future, they're here to show us the way forward, I hope, through embracing family. Okay, Mother Day. Happy Mother's Day. From the earth, it says connect. Connect to your Mother Earth in new and amazing ways. If something is a little destructive, it's for the better, for the higher purpose. It's the phoenix rising. So we don't want to stay in the tearing down, we want to stay in the building up. Father Sky says there is victory in this reflection, and that's bringing balance. It's going back to a simpler time, to a simpler way of being on Mother Earth. And then our mother says, along with our ET mothers, that we can access the higher realms because it's just a mirror reflection of us. We can access, shapeshift into finding out a way to unveil your gifts. And it's all about unity consciousness, embracing your family. Not embracing so much the negative aspects on it. I keep going back to that because I keep hearing people kind of pushing a little bit on that, but embracing the extraordinary, wonderful aspects of it. And there may not be a lot, and there may be a whole lot. But stay in that higher vibration on this web. And so as I close my eyes to wrap this up, and I think of the positive things that my mother has brought, the comfort and the warmth, the security, the burnt dinners. She would do her best. Oh, she's a little mad at me right now. She would do her best. She would slave over kitchen, and then she would start getting all upset because she burnt something. And it was just one little aspect of the dinner. The rest of it was amazing. So just honor that. Thank those who have been in our lives. Thank you all for being here on this Sunday. Peace and love.